Hello, good evening, and welcome to the home of the Ghost Owl. And we're here for a Thursday night stream, and we've had weirdness going on this week. I've been streaming for months and months. The weirdness this week is we keep getting disconnects during the stream for no apparent reason. Looking into stream health, looking into the OBS stream health, everything is showing in the green. Twitch is showing excellent. OBS is showing stream quality good. I'm not showing any drop frames or performance issues or anything. So we're going to have to give it a go and see how things are working. There we go. It's switched my screen over as well. Let's see how this runs. Hopefully, it's going to be running okay. That's the plan anyway. So we're going to be doing Starfield. We're doing our Rush to NG Plus continuation. If you've not been watching before, then basically what that means, let me just adjust the camera a touch. Basically what that means is we are not speed running. We are just doing main quests or main missions only on our way to get to New Game Plus. That's the plan, that's the hope, that's the dream. So let's see. Right, we're currently level 17. We've just completed our high price to pay. Sarah Morgan died, but we did keep Barrett alive, and we've now got to head back to the lodge. So just as we are live streaming on Twitch, on Kick, and on YouTube, for those of you that are watching, if you notice any issues with the stream, please let me know, because I want to get quality. I want to have the best quality that I can afford. There's a limit to that. Like, I'd love to get a better camera, can't afford it, but there you go. But the aim is let's try and get the best quality possible. So if there are issues, let me know. I'll see what I can do to fix it from a software point of view, because I can't fix it from a hardware, at least not in the short to medium term. Right, without further ado, let's crack on with this game then. Let's crack on. I want to get... oh my God, I spent so much time talking that I didn't go in the right bloody way, which is I should have not got off the ship. I should have undocked the ship. So let's undock, please. There you go. So we're currently in our modified Razor Leaf. There is a episode on that, but our modified Razor Leaf, suffice to say, has increased missiles, increased weapons, and increased cargo hold, which I feel is necessary. The one downside to the Razor Leaf that we have is that it doesn't have the big jump range that we need. Right, so we've got here high price to pay, return to the lodge, or acquire a power from a temple. We're going to do that. The danger of not doing the temples when they come up is you end up doing them back to back, and holy potatoes, can that get grindy, and I don't want to do like 20 temple powers back to back. So without further ado, let's go get ourselves a temple power, and then we'll head back to the lodge to find out what's happening in the aftermath of the hunter visiting the eye, visiting the lodge, and unfortunately killing Sarah Morgan. But we've got a bounty hunter. We do have the wanted trait. There's the bounty hunter. You don't stand a chance against me. I think that's where we're going. I do want to kill him. The funny thing is, the bounty hunter does sound like the hunter. Funny thing, the bounty hunter sounds like the hunter, and you can see there our upgraded missiles. No problem at all. Where is this guy? There he is. And we've got a target lock. Let's go, and missile. And he's gone. Thank you very much. And that's that one. So we will get the loot. The loot is useful. You never know if you get bounced and you actually have to fight some pretty tough ships. Those ship parts is going to be key if we got any repairs to make. So let's go and pick up the loot. Can we blast these apart? Doesn't appear so. Seeing if I can get... Oh, there we go, there's the loot. Perfect. And any more? No, that's it. Good. Right. Okay, so there's 2 sets of power from beyond now. Okay, so let's get the one that we were coming after, which is this one. So we're still online. It hasn't disconnected yet. When we started earlier on, it disconnected after 6 minutes. So we're 10 minutes in, it hasn't disconnected, and I'm still showing stream quality good and no drop frames. So yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on this. Have to keep an eye on this. And what I have done as well is I have spent a lot of time messing with the graphic settings in Starfield to try and give us the best possible chance at, you know, a solid, stable 60 FPS. And you can see at the moment we're pretty much in and around that. We are, you know, kind of on the edge of it, so it does kind of dip down. Starfield does have some issues with OBS, so yeah, just need to keep an eye if we get any dropped frames. So we're going to use our power, which gives us our oxygen back, and that is the quickest way of being able to move. And when you're doing temples, you always land so far away from the bloody temple that actually you want to sprint, and you'll never do it in one sprint. If you take the power that gives you the oxygen bubble, it gives all your oxygen back. You can sprint for a time without using any oxygen up at all, and then you get a full set of oxygen back again to use for another sprint. So you can pretty much sprint nearly the whole way if you are using the oxygen bubble power. Oh, that was a little bit. We managed to get away with that one. Bouncing around the place that we don't have any skills in boost pack apart from what we started with. We did start as the soldier career, which is good. That's what I wanted. Okay, so gonna get this power, and then we're gonna head back to the lodge. So. The grind for all 24 powers, that's what we're doing. So the aim is we will have all 24 powers before we hit New Game Plus. And that would be the plan on every playthrough you do to New Game Plus 10 and including. Because that's what gives you the level 10 of the powers. So... that does mean that's 10 times of 24 powers, 240 times you're going to have to do this fly around the room into these musical balls of light, which can sometimes screw you massively with their location. But that one we get perfect first time. Excellent. And in we go. Thank you very much. So just watching during these sort of cutscene things, if we're having any drop frame issues, doesn't appear that we are. Okay, so... And we've managed to kill off the starborn. I forgot what weapons I have, because so we've got that one. We do have the coachman here. Okay, we've got the grenade launcher. Oh, we've got the minigun there. That's the one that I like for the starborn. And we do have a lawgiver in here as well. Okay, fine. Right, so that's that one done. Barrett, okay. Is there anything you want?
Should head back. See how everyone is doing.
That's true. We will do that, but we're going to get this power first. Right, that one is talk to Vladimir. So we're going to get this one, then we're going to head back to the lodge, since it's already in the same system that we are at. That'll give us 2 powers at that point. Right, there we go. There it is. Hope everyone's doing well on this Thursday evening. Hoping to make this a reasonably long stream. I'd like to get at least 4 to 5 hours in. Yeah, see, we're getting a pretty stable 60 FPS. I'm not seeing any drop frames. So that's definitely a positive over last time. So it does look like the work we put in is definitely helping. You know, because like I said, I want to make this a quality... I want to make this a quality stream. So getting quite easy now, looking at the distortions and looking for the temples. It's quite easy to find them once you get in the habit of it. So you can see, just as we're starting to run out of oxygen and fill up on O2, we use our power and we get all our oxygen back. We can sprint for no oxygen cost to start with. This also works amazing when you're encumbered, because you can sprint. Even if you're massively encumbered, you can sprint with no use of that oxygen, and that really gets you moving. So for me, it's probably my favourite power at the moment, just because of the mobility it gives you while you're doing these type of things, which is long sprints around the planet. And if I was going to do planet surveying as well, that's probably definitely one that I'd be thinking about, just to give us that mobility. We're not using any mods. This is completely vanilla, so there's no movement speed, there's no inventory thing, everything like that. We are just playing it vanilla, and I think that's for the purpose of this. What I do off stream is one thing, but for the purpose of stream, I actually do like to at least do the first full playthrough with no mods, right? Because that's kind of how it was intended. Doesn't necessarily mean it's the best way to play. I mean, let's face it, the HUD and particularly the inventory management is not the best, and I've seen some amazing inventory management mods. And say off stream, I would probably be looking at those, and I would definitely recommend looking into mods. I wouldn't avoid them. But for the purpose of this first full playthrough live on stream, and which is also being put onto YouTube as well as a series of episodes, I think it's better off being a vanilla version, right? Can we make it? No, that's brilliant, isn't it? Oh, we did actually. We did get it. We got it. We got it. Sometimes you can be flying around for ages if you get it wrong. Like sometimes I've been caught on the rings, and you end up like flying all over the place. Just checking, yeah. So, still not seeing any drop frames. Oh. So just as I spin up the minigun, Barrett decides to run out in front of us. Barrett, you cheeky monkey. There, minigun, that's the way of dealing with those folks. And we just got ourselves a skill point. So... what have we got? So not weapon mods. Research methods we could do. Spacesuit design, but probably not yet. Tech-wise, we can't do security, and security is the one that I'd be wanting to really push for. Combat-wise, we could go into rifle certification, which would be nice as well. And do you know what? I'm thinking, given where we are with this, I'm going to go into rifle certification. We need to start boosting our damage with our weapons, because I think that's going to be more important for us. That's good. Okay, so we've done all the powers from beyond we've got up until going to speak to Vladimir again. So let's go and head back to the lodge and see what's going on there. That's where Barrett wants us to go anyway. We need to get him friendly so we can get our 24th power from Barrett. Right. The other thing I want to do is... see if we can push our music up just a touch. Okay, so yeah, we can't... oh, that's a little bit loud. There we go. We want the music, but I don't want it that loud. Okay, yeah, so you can't fast travel when you first come back to the planet because of the Hunter's attack. You can see everything shut down, the breakthrough here, also the ruined stuff everywhere, and that's because of the Hunter's attack. So you actually, it makes you go through all of this. Okay, we'll get on the little transport thing.
Need to regroup back at the lodge.
We certainly do. Okay. Let's go. Back to the lodge we go. So level 18, and we have reached the high price to pay section. Can we make it? Yes, we can. There we go. Look at that. In one sprint. Sarah Morgan's belongings have moved to the lodge basement yet. So unfortunately, Sarah Morgan, she did die the last time we played.
Has suffered losses before.
Yeah.
Although done quite so violent.
All right, let's talk to Mateo.
Like we've been kicked into the ground a million times over, but I think I have something. I'm serious. If I may, I know our encounter with the Hunter is the last thing anyone wants to talk about right now, but he said something that I can't get out of my mind.
Okay.
Unity. Do you remember that?
He said our part in glimpsing the Unity was over.
Because he was stopping us, implying that we were getting closer to it. The thing is, I've heard that word before.
Okay.
It's an important concept in Keeper Aquilas' speeches.
Okay.
Priest, is the Sanctum Universum going to bless our little crusade of discovery?
It can't be.
That's what you call a cynic.
Sanctum has always believed that answers are out there in the stars. Look, I know it's the longest of shots and the biggest leap of faith I could ever ask us all to take, but why not talk to him?
You're not wrong. Too big of a coincidence not to try.
Taking a detour to gather data. Only thing we'd lose is time. Really.
Thank you. I know it's not much to go on, but something about this feels right.
Okay.
I'll meet you over there.
Sounds good. That just gave us 11,000. We got Andreja available for the crew.
I've been lost in thought for a bit.
Okay. Yeah, I don't want to talk to you. We're not doing that. Right. So we've got Unity, which is talk to Keeper Aquilas, and then we've got to go see Vladimir. Is Vladimir here? No, it looks like he's on the eye still. Right. Crew-wise, I think our crew is... right. So we've got Lynn, Heller, right, Barrett. So I want Vasco on the ship because he's actually really good because all his skills are good for the ship, right? So we've got to look at the ones that are good for flying, and I think we're going to have Barrett, Starship Engineering, Particle Beam Weapon Systems. Yeah, I think that's going to be the way because I want Barrett with me anyway. The rest don't need right now. Okay. So that's fine. So we've done that. Powers wise, yeah, we got a lot to go as you can see. Right, okay. Inventory. Yeah, it doesn't look like... Oh yeah, we picked up an extra pack which we need to get rid of. We've got a lot of grenades. I think I'm going to get rid of some of those grenades. Aid wise, got a little bit to get rid of there. Resources, we got a little bit to get rid of. Miscellaneous, we got a whole ton of keys, but it's all 0. Everything in miscellaneous there's 0, so that's fine. Right, let's go and just offload a couple of bits of gear. There's no point carrying more than we need to. Right, so not the weapon. What is it? It's the pack. And I'm going to stick with the Mantis pack. Some people don't like the Mantis armor. I actually think it's not bad. We'll get rid of 10 of those grenades, which will help aid-wise. Let's just get rid of the food because I never really have any use for it. Resources, store all the resources. Notes, emergency transmission, don't need. Got that and that. These are all permanent bonuses, which is fine. And miscellaneous Solomon's maps we can get rid of as well. Okay, good. We've got some ammo just sat there which we hadn't picked up, which is good. Right, let's go and talk to Keeper Aquilas. Right, let's go. So one of the things I have done is I have turned film grain completely off, and I have to say I actually prefer it. It makes the game seem a lot less washed out. So that's definitely something I like, is definitely turning the film grain off on this one. I mean, and that does apply to a lot of games, right? Turning the film grain off, except maybe a few horror games. Horror games tend to do it quite well.
Keeper Aquilas?
Okay.
Do you have a moment?
Oh, Mateo. It's been too long. How are your parents? Your mother still struggling with that azalea garden?
No, she figured that out a while ago. Had to adjust the pH levels in the soil. But, Keeper, I didn't come to catch up.
Oh. Well, what's on both your minds?
We need to talk about Unity.
Oh. Yeah. How humanity comes together. How we are to love each other even as our universe becomes even more complex.
That's not exactly what we mean. Keeper, when you talk about unity, well, does it mean anything else? Something secret?
Perhaps we should talk about this inside.
This has helped me through some tough times.
I think I want to just, on the audio, just turn the voice up a little bit.
Lately.
Okay, let's find Keeper Aquilas.
Now that we have a little privacy, why don't you tell me exactly what it is that brought you two here?
Started with the discovery of these anomalies, the artifacts. Yes.
They're like nothing we've ever seen, Keeper. Gravitational distortion, sub-audio harmonic sequencing, unidentifiable energy fluctuations.
I caught half of that. So, these things are unusual? Even in your experience? There have always been mysteries that seem to defy our understanding of the universe. Beyond rational thought, we enter life as an act of someone else's faith in us. There's no way of knowing who we will become, and yet the risk is made anyway. So you've pushed into the unknown, not knowing where it would take you. And it's brought you here.
We know it's a stretch, but we hope you can help us.
If you're willing to find your way in the dark for a bit longer, I can give you the path of discovering its meaning.
Okay.
There's an old story, far older than the Sanctum Universum, of someone who walked the settled systems and saw every corner of it. This pilgrim claimed he found the true meaning of unity. I always thought of it as just a parable for trying to bring humanity together, but maybe it's more.
Okay. Let's hear this story then. There must be more to it.
In my story, the pilgrim met the founders of the House of Enlightenment and the enigmatic cult of the Varun. And he gave them each a part of the truth. Then he goes to his final resting place to live out the rest of his days in contemplation of infinitum addendum, his addition or contribution to the infinite. But what if the story isn't a metaphor, but a code? A way of finding the pilgrim again, or at least his grave.
Okay. Infinitum addendum. That's an odd saying, very specific.
Yes, something must be there. I just can't put my finger on it. Maybe the answer will become clear when we have more. The House of Enlightenment and Varun have versions of this story.
Okay. Fine, I'll talk to them.
The Enlightened work out of the well here in New Atlantis, helping the poorest citizens find a better life for themselves. The Rune worshippers are more enigmatic, but there is a lone zealot that was captured recently for attacking UC ships. I visited her a couple of times. Hopefully she'll be willing to talk to you as well.
That's very convenient.
We need to catch up. And I wouldn't mind asking him a few more questions.
Okay, well, I'm not going to wait. Let's get rolling. Where's the way out? There.